Good morning, everyone. This is Becky here at Aunt Beck's Creations. I just popped on. Hi, Marie. Welcome. It is 5:25. No, 6:25 a.m. Scott has a delay start to his work. He figures all the managers are going to get together and have a powwow about what they're going to tell the employees this morning, because last week he was off all week because of the hurricane damage. So we'll see what they say. Because Scott had asked them, was he going to have to file for unemployment? Was there going to be some kind of reimbursement, for those that were out because there was no place to go to work? So I don't know what's going to happen, but he'll find out when he gets there. All right, I have pulled out yellows on this side over here, and then I have a pile of orange here, and I thought we'd do 2 pages in here, and then whatever we don't use on the pages, I'll quickly make a couple cards with whatever's left. That way I'm not putting anything back or very little back in my Bits and Bobs book. So we're going to start with yellow, which technically if you do the rainbow colors, we should probably start with orange, but there's no rules. But I had started playing. I like this as a place to hold a quote, and it fills up the whole middle of this page here, which would be okay. I might cut it just a little bit smaller, which we can do. And I hope everybody's having a pretty good start to your week. I'm just going to trim this edges off a little bit, quarter off each end, I think. We might use those little 1/4-inch strips for parts of a card, so I'll hold on to those. And then we'll have this as a place for our quote. That gives me a little bit of extra room to play with here. And then I had torn these little things. So we're just going to see how this all looks here. Trying to stay within the boundaries of the marked off area. Actually, let's just put this one up here and put this down here. Just trying things out. I really love these flowers, but they're so tall. I would have to cut a good bit off. And I could trim some of that, make it fit. That'll go up against the blue because it's got a straight edge. Hi, Heather. And then I've got some butterflies here. I got this big one. Really too big. And then this little guy, which I'm not sure he matches anything too good. It really does help to look in your screen when you're doing things. And then I thought about maybe cut a slit in this flower. And have it envelope this a little bit, or maybe do it the other way. If I didn't mind things hanging out, I could put that one there. Just playing. What else do I have? This is a smaller flower, the same thing, but this one's got glitter on it. Good morning, Anina. It looks like I'm putting them on corkboard. Just a bit of scrap paper. I found out my parents finally have electricity up in the Spartanburg area. So that's good to know. I was thinking I'd like this for my quote, but now I'm kind of like, meh. Not feeling it so much. These little pages are a challenge. They certainly are a challenge. I'm dreading the storm hitting Florida. Oh, I know. Me too. Poor Ann. And everybody else that's down there. I mean, well, let's get some ink out. See if this walnut stain and a beat up old sponge. I'm going to cut this old sponge off. See if we can get to some part of the sponge that's not falling apart. Your Alabama ones are on the way home. We had a lot of folks here from Virginia. So I'm hoping they're nearing the point where they can go home too, to their families. We appreciate them immensely. They've been working a lot of really long hours. I'm just inking the edges. cover the white core of this because it was shining brightly. All right. We're going to use that one flower. Put part of it there and the other part under there like that. Hang on, I got a little one wants in. Come on, hurry up. There's nobody here for you to, impress or anything. Just walk on. I need to move this out of the way. Oops. All right, so I'm going to start gluing some of this down here. Hope we're good with it. How's that? Every time we get one of these bad storms, I'm like, yep, this is Mother Nature. She's pissed off, people. We need to pay attention. She's tired of us abusing her. That's my opinion. Take it or leave it. I'm going to stick this where I want it on here. And then I'll glue the whole thing down on the front. Whoops. I don't know what I'm going to do when this stick runs out because it's hard to get that extreme glue anymore. Greg's little girl friend, she brought me flowers from her garden in I think a beer bottle, but they're really pretty in it. It's a little brown bottle. They're really pretty. Thought that was very sweet of her to bring me flowers. They look so cute together. He's 6'3" and she's like 5 foot. They look so cute. Oh, and he went to the awards ceremony but didn't win anything on his photographs. But, he said what disturbed him the most was the ones that did win awards were like selfies and things like that. Not, he didn't feel like they had any artistic quality. Janet is doing a premiere today, so she'll be in chat with us as we watch her pre-recorded premiere. That's what she's doing today. I do have this. Dee Dee sent me a bunch of these here, but I almost feel like I should have stuck that on first, so I'm not going to do that. And I do love the idea of these and butterfly on there. I don't know. Let's see what quote we have. I need a wet one. Let me. Callie freaked you out, didn't she, Tippy? She has the catnip ball. Wet ones. Where did we put the wet ones? Good question. They were right here. Well, I'll just go get a wet paper towel since I can't seem to find the wet one. Hey, Callie girl. Did you have fun out on the catio in the dark? Got the cap to my glue all wet too. Let's see, where can I store this paper towel? Down here, I reckon. All right. So, that says life starts all over again in the fall when it's crisp. Life starts all over again when it's crisp in the fall. F. Scott Fitzgerald. So we got that one. Get rid of some of this. If you guys hear something rolling, she's got that catnip ball and she's sending it across the floor. Let's see. I think we'll go with autumn carries more gold in its pockets than all the other season. And I was looking at that program Ann was talking about that's free until like the 19th of the month. So I signed up for that. And there looks like there's some really neat activities on there. I am going to go ahead and cut this. I'll have to get my Tim Holtz tool to get the stick them loose, because I want to ink the edge of this to make it look like it's, yeah. Yeah, I think they're actually leaving tomorrow. Janet and her son, and who all else is going, I don't remember. But I think they're going to have fun. And then we can put the little gold butterfly on that has flown away. There he is. Yeah, we'll do that. So let me, hey, Callie, be good. Stay down. Cookie tool. Now she's going to go to the digger. She's hitting all of the toys. Let's see. I don't have the link anymore. I would share it to that sketchbook, I think is what it's called, by Karen something. Breland? And because this is talking about gold, I might get this gold pen and add some gold around here and there. And then we'll do the orange page, and then we'll make some cards with some of this that's left. Stop digging my chair. Stop, stop, stop. She walks around trying to assert her dominance first thing in the morning. Maybe we'll put some gold around this here. And maybe follow the tape around to give it a little border before I pull the tape. You could do an entire journal of just gluing things down. So easy. And if you give it a little border with tape, it gives you guidelines. Now, if you wanted your things to go past the border, you could just not glue them down in that section until you pull the tape. This, I don't think I'm getting it on the paper. All right, I want to put that butterfly on here. This is the tricky bit, getting the backs off from here. I know it's hard to do everything, isn't it, Heather? I need to send Dale a message and ask her if it's okay if I do a in-depth video, because a lot of my viewers are new to sewing. And she kind of shortened everything and did things off camera. And I was like, oh, I have a couple friends that won't know what you meant by that. So, and I don't want to step on her toes. So I'm going to send her a message when I finish here. Do you mind if I do a sew along? Ah, I got it. Hoping she won't mind. But if she does, and she would rather I didn't do a video, what we can do is we can just get together and have a private sewing lesson for those that need it on Messenger. Well, that's what I figured when I saw that she was doing so much off camera. I was like, oh. All right. Callie, my word. Girlfriend, you just came in. Birds are waking up out there. They're chirping their heads off. I'm going to pull this off. You can see where some paint bled from the other side, but that adds character, right? And then I'm going to take my gold pen and do a little squiggles on the border line that I drew. Like down here, do a little bit of a scribble and a couple dots. And then maybe do a scribble up here and a couple dots. And then sign and date it, which today is the 7th. I'll put October 7th, 2024. I'll put my RAM on here. There we go. So that's done and dated. So now we're done with the yellow until we start making cards. So let's do an orange page. Tibby, can I have this stuff? Thank you. He's kind of holding it with his paw. I'm going to flip my wax paper so I have a fresh surface. I really love this paper and want to use it. So maybe we'll just stick that there for right now. Hold that. Now, this little crinkled paper intrigued me, but it doesn't really go with that. And I love this flower. We might have to cut some of that off. And this stuff, because it's cool. Getting it to stick down, though, may be my issue. And I love this horse. This is detracting from it. I do like this stuff. And I feel like those go together pretty good. I'll set that back. That kind of looks like the moon, doesn't it? That when you cut a circle in half, you don't have to use the whole circle if you're going to hide it behind stuff. If you cut it apart, then you can have this for another project. That's got a hole in it. That paper does. Let's turn it. We'll put the quote over top of that hole, maybe. All right, I'm going to start sticking this stuff down. Is Vicki here? Hi, Angie. Good morning. I want to make cards. So, put this up here. Yeah, I had a email in my promotions thing from Hirschner's this morning, and they had that Bloom DK is on sale in the clearance section. So I have some of that coming, and I have a skein or maybe 2 skeins of a sock yarn. I think it's 2 skeins because I think they were 50-gram balls of some kind of sock yarn. I probably should have inked this, but too late now. It's already stuck down. And I kind of like that we use gold over here, and there's gold in this one too. Let's just tear this end off. It'll have to go there. I cut that about as straight as, you know what. Let's see if I can straighten that up a little bit. Good enough. Good enough. I love when Diane Fago puts up where she's done a collage in her journal. Her collage work amazes me. See, I could have cut that rectangle, just some short little squares, and not used the whole thing. That's okay. Okay. I'm actually going to use this horse. I pulled him to use last time and didn't use him. So he's going to get used this time. My sister and brother-in-law, they're having their pig picking on the 19th. I told her, I said, we'll come later because she's invited 81 people. And I figured if we go later, we'd actually get to see Rhonda and Kevin. Her whole running group is there and that kind of stuff. So, oh, I didn't realize this. Okay, this side is plain, but if you flip it over, he's got some shiny bits on that side. Of course, that's not really going to work for me to put a quote there. So, plain and simple on this side will be better. We'll put him high enough that he's on this paper. I hear you, Cole. I hear you. So we'll put some glue back here on the side with the shiny bits. Wish I'd noticed that earlier, but too late now. So I'm going to put him on here. I can get him to let go of my finger. Wow. In the mornings, I'm very much a servant to the felines. So let's play with the gold pen again. And then we'll stick a quote on here. Scott's getting ready to leave out the door. Wow, he says. I gave you guys fresh food already. I take the stuff they've broken up into small kibbles and I put it out for the outdoor kitty. And she doesn't mind leftovers. A peaceful place and a horse just don't go together in my mind. These are talking about leaves, and I don't have any leaves on here. Well, I guess we'll use the one by Mary Russell Mitford. Autumn glows upon us like a splendid evenings. It is the very sunset of the year. I should probably save this sticker paper, but I'm not. Using up my quotes pretty quick that I've put together, which is fine. This will be definitely an autumnal, back to the grind. And it's going to be a real grind today because he starts back to teaching tonight as well. So he'll work his 8-hour job, come home, eat dinner, and go teach for a couple hours.
I can't wait.
I know you can't.
I enjoy it.
He loves it. He's been kind of bored here at home, I think.
Ow, what are you saying?
He's saying, ow.
Come on in.
He wants in for some reason.
sleepy foot. What are you doing?
I said, don't talk to me like that. He said, I'm Cole.
Oh, yeah.
Cole the asshole. That's what we call that cat. Because he goes around and he tries to start fights with all the other cats. He'll walk up to them and they'll just be sound asleep, and he'll go right up to their ears and go, wow. So yeah, that's why he gets called an a-hole. Oh gosh. Well, we're going to need, I found a whole package of kind of khaki colored envelopes. Hi, Cole. That's going to have to go a little bit over the horse's back, but that's okay. Every single one of these cats has a different personality. Tippy's the baby. Piper is the diva. She listens to no one. She hates all the other cats. And not Piper, but Callie's a beauty queen, so she thinks she's the most beautiful thing in the house, and she struts her stuff constantly. Howard's just a big old lovey boy, and the little kitten that I'm going to get shots and get him neutered, that's one of Juanita's babies. We call him Phineas, and he's a big old lover. He's going to be big too. His paws are huge. But him and his mama will stay outside because I can't have any more cats indoors. There's just so many in here already. We have 5 cats to begin with. In fact, I need to go to the grocery store and get cat litter. Actually, I should go to Tractor Supply because it's like $15 for a 50-pound bag at Tractor Supply. Much cheaper than the grocery stores. Much. Well, that's going to have to be it because it's already stuck down. That one went together pretty quick. Yeah, some cats are snuggly. The female cats don't like to be snuggled as much as the boy cats, I think. At least for us, because all of our female cats, they think we're just their servants. They don't want to be held. They'll tolerate petting. They'll tolerate sitting in your lap, but it has to be their choice. Cats are funny. I like dogs too. I just don't like to own dogs. I just don't. They're too needy. Cats are okay. You know, they don't. Of course, if I leave the house, that's another story. I'm going to do the whole squiggly bit with a couple dots over here, like I did on that one, just because I like the way it looks. And then I'll put my signature here. You hate those shoes? They sound extra heavy. They must be for work. You have a lunch already fixed, my darling.
They're actually not very heavy at all, but they certainly are noisy.
That's all right.
Cool.
They just know you're getting ready to go out the door. So there's my 2 little pages.
I can't sneak up on anybody.
No, I don't think it's Jengaed in there. I don't know what happened to my pack of wet ones. I had a whole pack of wet ones. You got meatloaf today. Meatloaf, corn, and collard greens. Love you, baby. Have a good day.
Love you. Bye. I gotta go to work.
I know. Aren't you excited?
I am.
I know. Can't hardly wait to get out the door. I'll see you at 4:30, and I'll have it ready to go so you can eat and go.
All right.
Bye. They're all saying bye, Scott.
Bye.
A meatloaf sandwich. That sounds good too. So I'm going to set this aside, and we'll get some of that cardstock out I just bought. See if we can make some cards. I'm going to lose this though because It's just annoying me. I don't know why. So I'll set that out of the way. I'm going to put it over on the fireplace. That way nobody will chew on it while we're sitting here. So we did 2 pages, and I was looking under here and I had found these. I got these for $3.99 at Goodwill. So I think they're A2. They've put, oh, wait. It's very nearly open on this end. There's probably a couple hundred. Let's do 2 cards. And I'm pretty sure these are like invitation sized envelopes. So a 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 should fit in here. Yep. So I'll need just 1 sheet of craft cardstock. What did I do with that paper? There it is. This is that paper I picked up at Joann's the other day. Once I open it, though, it's going to be open. So I'm going to have to, where am I going to put this once it's open? That'll be the problem. Well, it's open now. This page has been cut, but I think that's okay. I can save some of that. I'll put it somewhere. I'll save it. So, ooh, that actually would be a really nice color to use. It's a little bit darker, so I need to cut this in half and score it. I'm just going to set this right back where it was for now. I have a ton of like 8x8 and 6x6 paper pads, and I'm thinking I'm going to grab one and start doing like paper lunch bag journals, because I have a bunch of lunch bags too, a bunch. And use those paper pads up so I can use those containers for something else. So if I cut this at 5 1/2, then I'll score it at 4 1/4, and that should be my cards right there. And I don't have to make envelopes because I have like a never-ending supply apparently. So we'll do this at 4 1/4. The only thing I'm seeing that I don't like is it seems to have a white core to the paper. Hopefully this is not going to crack and show white. And it is. Well, we'll ink the edges. That's irritating though. But I didn't know it was going to do that. Kind of glad I didn't buy the bright colored paper pad now. If it's going to have a white core and be extra work. All right. So there's our 2 card bases. And I'm going to do the collage directly to the card. Usually I'll put a mat on it, but I think I'm going to work straight on this today. Let's do the orange one first. So we got this great big piece of this. And if you tear away, then you don't get the exposed white. I don't know if this is going to work or not, but we've got that. And that piece of doily. And layer this stuff up. I could use that to hold a sentiment. Maybe use this behind that. Layer this on up. Put a flower there. That way I can move this over a little bit. And maybe we'll bring some of this back. just whip this together really quick. Doesn't look too bad. This is almost too light. Maybe a piece of this would be better. Put that down. And take this little clustery bit. Put that. Oh yeah, I like that better. Wish my Xyron machine was full of stickum stuff and not the other stuff. All right, so I'm going to start putting this together. Let's see, what does Angie say? One thing about it, if I don't sell any cards, I will have all kinds of cards and won't have to make any. Oh, won't have to make any. Well, I like to keep cards on hand because I like to do, you know, thank you cards, happy mail, that kind of thing. And it's nice to have a card to stick in. And if I'm sending a package, it's kind of nice to have what I call just a, oh, what would you call it? It's just like a card front ready to go, but put a piece of paper on the back of it. So it's just a flat piece, and then they can just tuck it in their journal if they decide they want to keep it. Oh, I don't know. I'm going to put a little glue down one edge. And then we'll put this on that edge. Like so. Uh-oh, that needs to go over farther. Oh, and look, there's two there. Oh, wrong side. Because I want to stick it to the back of this here. So now I've got sticky all over me. Come on, stick down. That was kind of interesting how that doily came apart. I'm always interested if these will hold together, you know, in their travels, because sometimes glue stick doesn't do that great in the long term. Oh dear. All right. Put that there. Let me see what I have for a sentiment down here. on the tiny sentiments. Maybe that needs to be higher or lower. Lower. And I almost feel like it needs something there. Ooh. Oh. If I put it that way. I like it this direction better. Kind of like that, like that. Don't know if I like that little flower, but I like those two together. This glue stick is about gone, you guys. Nope. All right, I'm going to get some Scotch Quick Grab for that big flower. I'm determined to use this stuff up that's been in my stash for forever and have cards made. So woohoo! Uh-oh. Got a piece of stuff. Uh-oh, I think get my pokey tool and dig it out here. Let's try this again. There we go. Scott washed his car yesterday because when he was driving in the hurricane that last Friday, of course, all kinds of mud and stuff got all over it. We had paid some little fundraiser $20 and they had a bunch of little kids. So they didn't do a very good job. Little kids and a dad. It's like, oh well. I said, just feel good that we are helping a cause. He said, back when I did car washes in high school, it was all of us on it, and every car looked pristine. Well, I said, back then, we strived to do everything, correctly, and now it's just like, if you make an effort. Yeah, that's what I'm afraid is I might go to grab this card and everything will fall off, but we'll find out. The reason I don't like glue sticks is they get me sticky. I seem to get it everywhere. And that just, I don't like that. I'm going to use some of this on here. See, this I can control. The glue stick, it just kind of spreads everywhere. And it just like, ugh. Especially since I can't find my baby wipes today. There we go. And I do like Scotch Quick Dry because it grabs and holds pretty quickly. So that's not too bad of a card. I mean, to make all that, tie all that lightness in of the flower, just grab a white gel pen and do some additional work on it. Just put you a little skippy line around the edge, and it'll look like you did that flower on purpose. I think there's some glue here. Probably going to gum up my pen. There we go. Maybe do a little squiggly line up. See that? That ties that in a bit. Do I want to add gold or no? I don't know. Let me grab my little sentiments that are down here. Maybe if I can get a hold of them. Oh. Let's see. I like to have an open heart. Thank you, Anne. Oh, it's so quiet in here, you guys. I'm going to enjoy this day. It's going to be so quiet till Greg gets home, because I think he's taken today off. His car's having trouble, and he ordered parts, and he's waiting on them to come. I said, you keep staying home from work, they're going to fire you. That's different from our time, too. All right, so there's that one. Ta-da! I think I like it okay. I almost feel like I wish I'd used some of the Distress ink on that piece and this piece to tie in the coffee filter. But it's too late now, so there's really no point in worrying about it. But I do evaluate myself, and I covered up most of my circle, which that's okay. It still shows a little bit. Maybe I will do some gold on here. You get more done when you're alone. Yeah. Let's put some gold on this card here. This piece right here. Well, you're not having to stop to answer questions or help them with something, or, you know. What would the men do without us? That's what I'd like to know. I think women do most of the managing, quite frankly. They juggle a whole lot more than the men do at home in the day-to-day life activity. Now, they might do more at their jobs, but just saying. There we go. I tied a little bit more gold in. So we'll set that aside. Let's do the yellow card. Oh, you know what I didn't do on that card? Said I was going to do, because this has got that white core showing. I'm just going to put a little ink on there. Try to cover up some of that. Train going through. Yeah, that covers up that white core. We didn't end up going over to City Hall for the Autumn Fest after all. We wanted to be quiet at home. All right, let me duh. I don't think we can get Pritt stick here. I've never seen it. And the Uhu, I know Michael's at one point had quit carrying it. And I don't know if Joanne's ever carried it. All right, that covered up some of that. All right, so we got to do this orange card. No, yellow card. Yellow. Do the yellow one. Now this, I do have all these old-timey looking flowers here. Like this. Where's the other ones? But I thought this would make it like an instant card. I could almost just go boom and say done. I had more of these. Oh, there it is. It needs a mat. It needs a mat of something. A mat of something. Let me see what I've got over here. I think this is a slightly different shade. So if I mat this on that, then put that down with the flowers like this, I could stick behind. So this needs to be inked. You can rest for 30 minutes. I really want to use these chunky flower things. I have so many of them. And this could be just a note card, just something to write a letter or a note in. So let me see. This is, so if I do, this is 3 1/8. So if I do 3 3/8, which is a weird measurement, by 4. 3 3/8 by 4. I want to do the 3 3/8 this way. By 4. How are we doing on time? It is now 7:30. And we'll put this on here. Use the double-sided tape on this. Hello, Coleman. He said, I'm strutting around here trying to be a jerk, but I can't find anybody. Oh, cat hair. Imagine that. At my house. Imagine that. Who are you looking for, Cole? You looking for your boy, your man? He stayed with his girlfriend. He's not here. He was doing the brakes on her car yesterday, so that's what made them late to the award ceremony. I wish he'd gotten at least some acknowledgement from people, but who knows? I was asleep when he came in. I heard him say, I'm staying at Rachel's. Going to take tomorrow off so I can work on the car. Hopefully it's not going to rain on him. Kind of looking like rain. Hi, Wonderstar Art. Oh, he's playing with the catnip ball. P-R-I-T-T, not print. Prit. Prit glue. I've never tried that one, but I hear Janet Nash uses that all the time. So I'll finish this card up. Let's see what the time looks like. I do want to use these flowers. Put this one on top. So. Are these stickers? That's a question. Do they have a backing? They don't seem to. I don't think they do. I'm going to glue them. I have no idea. I guess if I get it wet with wet glue, it'll make the stuff release underneath. So I may regret doing the wet glue on it. All right, so I'm going to put this up here. And I'm smushing glue out all over. This is one of Greg's car chamois. I just claimed it. It actually works pretty good at picking up the glue without smearing it everywhere. It's that wonder material. Dun, 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 dun. Whatever that means. Anyway. This says Bella Vintage Home on it. She prefers the Prit glue over Uhu. I know Diane Fago likes the Uhu. Won't be long and Barb Owen will be getting married. It's almost mid-October. She said she was going to get married mid-October. I want the butterfly there to show, so I'm going to have to cut some of this off, and I need to make it look like it's on purpose. So maybe if we just cut this around a little bit, it'll look like this flower was always like that. And I like that this one has a pumpkin and the chipmunk on it. Woo! Scott said I should sell baby bots and they should send me stuff for free. Number of people that said, what's that? It's a baby bot and you put whatever glue you want in it. And you have to fill it all the way up to the top, and then don't open it until you're ready to refill it, because the air stays in there and it pushes the glue up from the bottom. All right, I'm going to hold that right like that for a minute. I know, me too. Me too. I think the butterfly is too much. Yes, it's too much. Stop. Too much. Too much. Stop. Right. Well, I still have a bunch of stuff left, so I could get, I don't know. We might just let that be it. And this could be just a card to drop a note. Put a little gold on it. Everything's better with gold. And the key to gel pens is don't press. Because the gel pens, it's actually flowing out. It's not the pressure on your hand that makes it go. You have to just go lightly and let the stuff flow. And you can't write fast with them. No, 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 no. Go slow and light, and it comes out so much better. So I saw Renee was live last night about the same time I was signing off from being at Mary's, because I was just getting so tired. And then be doggone, I got up at 3:30 this morning, you guys. And I got a full day ahead, because this is my house cleaning day of the week, because the trash gets picked up tomorrow. So I generally change sheets, do all the laundry, empty all the small waste baskets around the house, sweep and mop and vacuum and do all that kind of stuff. That's what my Mondays look like. Work. That doesn't look too bad. So I'm going to put some of this stuff away. Linda McAllister, hello. Did you see that Barb Owen is getting married this month? And I think she said that they've decided to sell both houses and have a house built for just the two of them, which I think is an excellent idea. Excellent. So let me pull out here what I did. And I do want to go ahead and pair this. Yep, this month she's getting married. What did I do with that other card we just made? Right here. I guess I could put a sentiment on that second card, but I'm not going to. So there's the two cards we did. And we did 2 pages in my little fall journal here. And I've made these little things to cover the parts of the journal when I'm not working on it, little pockets, and I set them aside. So I'll move these down a little bit. This is the little autumn journal we made together with the slip knot binding and recycled cardboard, and then just mixed media paper and watercolor paper pieces. So I'll just do a quick flip to the pages that we did today. I'd love to do some more watercolor painting. These I didn't do with you guys. I did them last week. This I did with Mary one night, and then this I did during craft and chat one day last week. And there's our pages from today. So look, we got a very autumnal setup here. So there. So I don't know what anybody else has planned, but I know Dee Dee will be on in about 45 minutes. And yeah. I definitely am planning to get this little journal completely full before the end of October. What I'm going to do after I breeze through the house with some of the housework, and then I'll take a break. I'm going to work on my bear, and then I'm going to first I got to shoot Dale an email and say, can I do a more detailed construction video? So I'll do that right now before I get started so I don't forget. All right, so thanks for being here. Use your scraps up. I had 2 piles. Now I have 1 pile of mixed orange and yellow, which I might put in a bag on its own and make some more cards later. But I will see you guys Wednesday at 1:30 p.m. I come on right after Ann. So 1:30 p.m. on Wednesday Eastern time. All right. Have a great day. Bye.